Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Friday, December 20th, 2013. This will be the last video of this year. Okay, so today we have GDP coming in at 8:30 a.m. for the only market impacting news announcement for the day, at least according to folks here at NASDAQ on their website. Yesterday was, from an announcement perspective, was pretty disappointing. We can see here that the consensus for unemployment claims was in this range, 323 to 360, and the actual came in at 379. And if we look at the 4-week moving average, this may indicate a point of resistance, and the numbers may be headed back up. That's just looking at it from a technical perspective. But I just wanted to point out one other thing here, and that is the existing home sales also missed its mark by quite a bit, and it's the fourth straight month of disappointment is what they're saying here. And that is not really too much of a good sign here. So home sales is kind of a big deal, at least it was traditionally. And if we were to take a look, and we will later, take a look at, yet the market shrugs it off and just continues marching higher, although yesterday was a struggle. But even with all this effect of bad news and the Fed's going to taper a little bit and things like that, the market still continues to march higher. And in my opinion, it just shows that we may be in a bubble and looking at a significant correction next year. That would be my guess. All right, let's jump over here to, oops, that's not what I want. I want Market Watch here. Let's take a look at what's going on over in Asia. We have mixed to flat over there. And in Europe, we're looking at moderately bullish on the day so far. Okay, on over to the futures here in the U.S., looking to open moderately higher. Gold is actually dropped below 1,200, a little bit of a shocker there. And oil is 98.79, and I am seeing gas prices around my area in the 390s, or 290s I should say. Kind of a surprise to me that during a season when there's going to be a lot of driving, that gas prices are pulling back like that. You can see that I entered into I got the alert triggered on CELG, and at 9:45 in the morning I got into that one with my short at, was a bull put, and my short's at 165, and you can see that the stock is currently trading at 164, and the trade is up a tad at this time. Let me squish this down a little bit so you can get a better picture of it. Okay, there we go. And I paid, what did I pay, or what did I collect? I collected $2.30. So I'll put that in here and just keep that in my back pocket so I know what I entered at. Alright, so take a look at the chart on that one, and that's what it looks like right now. So we had our second up green day here on the stochastics. MACD is still, moving average on the MACD is still creeping downward. But back here I had a resistance line put in here, and it actually came up and hit it, tested it, bounced against it, and then blew through it, came back down for a retest, moved above it. CELG's kind of wacko though, you know. I want to take this off here, it doesn't really mean anything anymore. Alright, that's where we are right now. I also, on my simulated trade with, let me look here, simulated trade on, FedEx isn't in here anymore. I had that synthetic covered call, I think it was on Marvel here, is that the one that I think? Yeah, synthetic covered call on Marvel, and I rolled it yesterday. So I took the actual December, I bought it back for 4 cents, and I subtracted that amount actually from what I collected on the January, just to correct that and make that a real live actual figure and try to keep track of exactly how this trade is going. And I don't know, it's probably not going to work out very well, but I own, let's see, January of 2004, January 2015, this is my long call, which is simulating owning the stock. And right now that delta is at 66, so it's not quite giving me, delta of 100 would be, that's what the stock would be, it would have a delta of 100, and I'm at 66 right now. Would like that to be a little bit higher, but the short January 14 actually is where we're at right now, and I subtracted that from the actual value of the roll, the 4 cents from that. So it was collected 37 cents, sold this one for 4 cents. So I'm keeping that up here as the net of 33 cents. So I'm just trying to keep track of that here. I probably should transfer this over to paper, because eventually some of these are going to drop off of here and start causing me problems after expiration. It's just a fun kind of a trade. It's just a different thing. There's not a whole heck of a lot of money invested in this, $279, and actually my cost basis is coming down. So I probably should be subtracting that from my $279, and I'll get to that later on today and record that for you so that we can keep track of it. Alright, we're going to start right off with the A+ list now today. Just be careful trading over the next couple of days as the holidays approach, because there could be trouble with the light volumes. So just keep that under consideration if you would, please. Okay, Apple not giving us an entry here. AGG, Adobe, this is our Adobe, this was our Iron Condor, which worked out fantastic and gave us actually $175 out of a possible 178 at the moment. So that's a pretty good trade. AGG, no entry there. Amazon would have worked out here on this day if we would have done the at the money trade. Boeing, but there's no entry there for Amazon right now. Boeing, I just don't know what to say about Boeing right now. It's just really in a tight range at the moment, so maybe an Iron Condor might be appropriate for January. I might want to take a look at that. Let's take a moment to see how that, I must have done this. Let's see here. Take this one off of there. I already had an iron condor on this thing. Not sure exactly what day I slapped it in there, but this is a January iron condor, and I still might go ahead and do that. Let's switch the date here. So this is a standard deviation here, the shaded area, and we're a little bit on the high end right now, but from a chart perspective we're a tad bit on the high end anyway. So still might do an iron condor. I just would change the prices. January 14, we're looking for a delta around 20, and here we went on the put side 125 back then with a $10 strike spread. So that is now at 13 delta. And on the call side, not a lot of choices here. $5 spreads on a $100 stock. Don't like that very much. You got to kind of wait for it to get into its sweet spot. So right now I'm not too excited about anything there. So we'll just go back to finishing out the scan here. Baidu. If we would have alerted this, it would not have triggered. So, because we want price to move up, so that's one of our key things, is to show that there is some price momentum in there, and not seeing it there right now. And today would be the third day on it, and I'm not going to do that. CELG, we're in. Chipotle is actually, the MACD looks really weak here. I still don't like this MACD, and it's actually playing with the 50 now, and I don't like that. Costco, we had an alert on them, and we are going to cancel that alert. This would be the third day, and it's too late. Chevron. A nice move on that. We're just newly into an uptrend here, so we would like to get this second round, even though we have said here we would like to have gotten in at the end of the day here. We would have suffered some pain the next day, and then moving up today, and this would have been expiration of this week, so that would have been a good trade. Igor, we're in a downtrend, no entry yet. FedEx, we already cashed out on that one. Their earnings are going to wait for the next entry spot. Gold is looking incredibly weak. My covered call, the January or the December short call is going to expire worthless. It's already worthless anyway. Google would have worked out. We got out early on that one, and we took a couple of dollars and just got out early, so I'm going to delete that. So we'll wait for our next entry on that. IWM. This one would have worked out well. We'll wait for our next entry. LinkedIn. We have an entry here on LinkedIn. No, we don't. We have a red downtrend on 50, so we're going to take a pass on that. We might get another entry on the bear call side coming up, so we'll wait for that one to simmer a bit. MasterCard, oh, that's interesting. MACD is turning red and stochastic is still green. So there may be a change coming on MasterCard, maybe, I don't know. They got their split coming up. We have 3M. Scotch tape doing well this time of the year. This trade would have worked out fantastically. Let's see, Netflix. No entry at this time. Priceline. Alright, so this Priceline trade here, even on this day, would have worked out well if we would have done this on Wednesday. Thursday would have moved up here and we would be all A-OK. But remember, I had a reason for staying out of that particular one. And then the Russell, that trade, if we would have gotten in on Monday, and we would still be in as of today, although we have a double red here, so ideally we would have exited at the end of the day yesterday, and that would have been a profitable trade as well. SPX, this week we would have used PM, and we could have done this on last Friday or Monday or Tuesday. We chickened out. Tesla. Okay, Tesla's back into a new downtrend, or not a new downtrend, but we have a entry indicator here. However, it's disqualified because we want a solid green up before we hook down on the red, and we did not get that. And then Visa, even though the trade would have worked out, Visa, we had a violation back here. Also, if not for that, this trade would have worked out as well. So sometimes trades work out, even though there might be a confirmation or a primary indicator that had a violation, and sometimes the trades would have worked out. But we will be wanting to take a pass on those in the future. All right, that is it for this year. I hope everybody has a great holiday and a safe one, and a very happy new year to everybody. And we will be talking to you on January 2nd. So thanks for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.